introducing a new vendor, and they're doing some great work with us, and they specialize in mechanical leak seals and valve repairs. So they were awarded a contract last September, and they'll be with us until 2020 and hopefully years to come.
Leak sealers, they immediately proved that they were very capable of keeping up with the demands that we had at the site, also doing it in a more efficient way and a faster way. In the past, most of our clamps were done within 3 to 4 days, even on emergency cases, where they were able to turn around and give us a clamp and stop a leak within 23 hours. So we were pretty impressed with that.
We wanted to really roll out this initiative to try something different. We think that the opportunities were here were just right here on site with lots of change happening, so we jumped right in. And we jumped in to say, you know, the incumbent costs too much and we got to do something different. So we moved from an embedded supplier to a co-op. And so basically they're going to come in, and so we reduced the head count here on site from 18 to 20 folks to merely, 5 to 6 people here on site as needed. And so they do a variety of services.
So what we do now is that every single job is now bidded. So we only bring the people in as we need it, and we don't have it embedded within our site where you have to pay for the overhead and all the other implications that comes with it. Nowadays, they come in, they pull measurements, they go out, they fabricate, they come in, they install, and then they're out.
Not only are we competitively bidding each job out that's not an emergency for the planned work, but we're having an opportunity to use a good piece of technology as well, estimation tool. No longer will you have a blank check to chart show whatever you'd like. We want to see exactly what you're doing. So this gave us an opportunity to do that as well.
It's better because we have, I think, a tighter approach where we don't necessarily promise anybody business. They have to compete for it. We're not dependent on just one contractor. Now we have several of them. So we have the choice to not only save on the money side, but also the diversity of ideas, where one company can tell you, we can fix it this way. But if you bring another company in, they might have a totally different idea. So that gives us more tools for us to be able to make the decision on what we're going to do versus just having one choice.
One of the other great reasons why we were able to partner with leak sealers is the technology aspect. They are not just using fabrication, but they have a really great way of doing stock clamps. So that saved a lot on not only labor, reducing labor, but also material costs.
This year we're looking at over $1 million worth of savings. We're getting pretty good at tracking all the savings. That's something that we didn't do in the past. I mean, we say we were going to do it, but we never did really implement it. So now we have a pretty strong process, and every company that we oversee, we're making sure that we're catching in on those savings ideas. And just to give you an example, on $27,000 that were saved during the Little Big Block, just by not having to pay for all the tools just for being here, only paying when we need them, that makes a huge difference. In the past, contractor will bring a trailer in, and we will pay them regardless of whether we're using the tools or not. So we are working very different of what we were working in the past. So it's having a huge impact.
Not only do we have something that we can execute and do it tangibly, but we are accountable for those dollars. Not only do I own it, but I'm working with maintenance to make sure that they're owning it. And not only are we owning it, we're working with our vendors so that they'll know that what our goals and what our targets are, and they are also owning it too. So we're all able to deliver back to the kit.
We are on a continuous improvement process. We're constantly looking for ways to be able to improve, whether on time, safety, money-wise. So it's not something that you just set up and you walk away from it. You have to constantly be checking on how can you do things better. So it's an ongoing thing.
We were able to reduce the vendor footprint by reducing the head count, go from an embedded supplier to a new call-out model. We have an award-winning company who's actually working safely. So, okay, we're doing process safety as well. Reliability is really a big part of working here at Deer Park, and we're doing that as well because we're reducing the rework. They're only going to touch it once, they're going to do it right, they're going to do it safely, and they have guarantees on their work as well. So, hey, I'm really, really excited.